Well, it's always been a pleasure. One of the things that is one of the gifts of being a dentist is that I get to have so many relationships, so many, one-on-ones with patients. And, so over the years, I look back and I'm like, okay, who were my favorites?
Oh.
So you are my very first choice for this.
Amazing.
This is the, I know. And this is the first patient I chose was you. Mostly because of how much I've learned from you, I heard something about wisdom and knowledge.
Uh-huh.
And so I always get a lot of wisdom from you. They say that knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit, but wisdom is knowing not to put it in a fruit salad.
Right. No
and you've always given me wisdom throughout the years. And so that's, I think, why you've made me so late is because I've stuck around. I'm like, okay, I'm going to figure out something from Joel. Also, one of the things that I admire about you is that your ability to enjoy the moment is above average. You always seem to be enjoying our conversations.
Right.
That's something you've probably cultivated throughout the years. I'm sure that doesn't come naturally to everyone. It certainly isn't something that comes naturally to me. Also, you remind me of some people in my family that I love, and so that's why our relationship has been
a connection there.
Yeah, exactly. So it's always been so natural for me. So anyway, thanks for being here, and thanks for starting me off on this journey. I don't know where it's going to lead.
Sure.
We're probably going to talk a lot about life and some of the experiences you've had, and some of the input and some of the lessons that I draw from that. One of the things that you said this morning to me that was fascinating is that healthcare in your house in Ireland. So you've become a resident of Ireland, being a homeowner, and I'm not sure if that's the official designation.
It's close.
Okay. So I've never had a chance to talk to you about that, know, and to come back and say, how did that whole thing start? I remember you said, I think your son moved there.
Yeah. Reese.
Okay. And after he moved there, was that something that started you thinking about it?
Yeah, that was interesting. So Reese, well, first of all, before we get into Reese, thank you for your kind words, by the way. I've never really considered myself interesting.
Yeah.
Other than what I do know is I find people interesting. So there's a sincerity about my vibe when I'm around with people. And I think I've learned how to become a really good listener.
Yep.
And as a result of hearing people, I can talk to them. And when people know they have a voice and they're being heard, they will engage.
Yes.
And I don't know, we have so many devices that allow us to communicate.
Exactly.
That sometimes we just forget to talk.
Right.
Hey, how's it going? Or to respond sometimes if it's not going well, just be sincere enough to say, man, that sucks. And just acknowledge that you've been seen or heard or whatever.
That's exactly right.
But so the Ireland thing, that has started a new phase in our life. And my wife, Andrea, we call Andrea Andy. So backstory there, Andy and I started dating when I was 15 years old. So that would be 47 years ago.
47 years.
Yeah, amazing. Can you believe it? And we we're high school sweethearts, dated for 10 years and then got married. So we are now on our 37th year together.
Amazing.
And so as a result, we have developed a lifestyle, and we have photos. Like initially it was just snap photos with Kodak cameras with little ice cube flashes on them, right?
Yeah.
So in our journey, if you took a look at our lifestyle, we have hundreds of thousands of photos of things we've done, all different phases. And the one thing that we realized as time goes on, our phases are in decades.
Yep.
So we literally define our lifestyle by phases.
Yep.
When we met, we were thick into building our real estate company.
Right.
That was the build it phase.
Yep.
So everything about our lifestyle then was very similar to what you're doing and experiencing now. You're growing your business and you're doing everything you can to keep everyone satisfied and together, and, you know, have your inventory. And, you know, with you, it's patients, employees, inventory, all that stuff. So in our 50s is when things changed. So I was about, I don't know how old you are.
I'm 49.
49. Okay. So this will be timely for you.
Yeah. So right when you started your 50s?
In our 50s. Yep. Yeah. At age 49, Andy was 50. We were in La Conner. There was a restaurant there called Seeds.
Yep.
And we were sitting talking about what are we doing? What is all this about?
Yeah.
We have income, we have employees, we have a lifestyle, we have a home. We're doing all of this, but is that really what we're doing? Why are we doing this? We started asking the question.
Yeah.
So when Andy turned 50, she's a year older than I am. When she turned 50, we're having dinner and we got a brown napkin out. Now, in college, we had a napkin.
Okay.
And when we were dating in high school, we made a list of the things we wanted to do together in our life. So at 50, to go back and revisit, have we done that? Did we do what we got together to do? We realized that, what we have and what you see is non-accident. It was a planned event and chaos getting there, right?
Yeah.
So at 50, we decided, you know, here's what we want to do. We want to do two things that are important. Our parents are getting older.
Yeah.
So we want to build a lifestyle that we can go do everything we can while they're still healthy, knowing that down the road, you were mentioning this about healthcare, that as we get older, the real cost of healthcare gets higher at this level, the finishing run type thing. And so we decided what we wanted to do. We were at that stage now where a lot of our friends' parents were starting to get older, having strokes, heart replacements, body part replacements, all this stuff, mobility issues.
Right.
And it was more necessary for the children to be involved in their lifestyle. So we decided we better start focusing on this next phase so that we can step into our phase of availability, right? So in our 50s, we rewrote our list of what do we want to do in the next 15 years.
Right.
And we wrote it down, and it's really kind of funny. We still have the napkin.
That's what I was wondering.
And we are crossing things off that list. But the other thing we wanted to do, seriously, is have our children going, now where the hell are they? Right.
Nice.
So we wanted to be able to
Get
send
lost,
a postcard from somebody that they're getting in the mail. And we wanted to do that in our 50s so that we wouldn't resent it if we waited till retirement, or kind of the phase we're in now, semi-retiring, where all of a sudden the need to be available could rob us of making that happen. So said all that to say this, what we didn't anticipate was a pandemic. So that changed things a little bit because it changed how everyone was moving around.
That's true.
Not just here, but in the world. How business was being done. There was a lot of angst and fear. And the whole idea of not being able to go somewhere was weird, especially if your lifestyle goal was to travel.
Right.
Well, Reese and Rowan graduated. They were in graduate school in Scotland. And then when they got out of graduate school, because Rowan's parents, they're Americans living in Ireland, they had bought a 68-acre farm in County Cork.
Okay.
And in Ireland, historically, Ireland is, you see hedgerows and beautiful fields full of sheep and cattle, right? Well, at one point, it was a heavily forested island. And basically, over time, they logged it all to build the fleets for England and all of that. So what Reese and Rowan are doing is occupying the home in Ireland and rewilding, they call it rewilding, the 68 acres.
Really?
So they are literally planting native plants, oaks, hazelnut, whitethorn, blackthorn, all this stuff. And that's what they're doing. We thought, it'd be kind of fun to travel to Ireland, but we didn't really want to go and couch surf with our 28-year-old, right?
Yep.
So we thought, what would it be like to just, we know we want to travel in Europe.
Yep.
So what's it like to fly from Ireland? Maybe we should get a place there and hub out of that so that we can go for a longer period of time.
And your real estate company allowed you to just be comfortable with well, okay, what's the real estate like in Ireland, right?
Exactly. Because, and then the other thing that's made that easy is technology.
Yeah.
Totally. So back years ago, that we didn't have 4G and 5G and we didn't have Wi-Fi everywhere and we didn't have satellite and we didn't have Starlink. We didn't have all these things and apps that made it easy to be gone while you're still doing business.
Right.
COVID changed that. All of a sudden, now the people that thought that they needed to be with a real estate agent in an office somewhere to do real estate realized, no, I don't need to do that. I just need a phone and the internet and someone to represent what we need to do. And certainly we're not going to gather. So now electronic signatures and everything to do business became the norm. So that just opened the window for us to be in Ireland and still do real estate. I'm 8 hours ahead of everyone here. But they don't care where I'm sitting when I'm on the phone or sending them an email. They don't even know.
Right.